On April 16th, 2017, Easter Sunday, Robert Godwin is walking back home after sharing a big meal with his family, who were celebrating the holiday, when a man would approach him carrying a cell phone that was recording and a gun. The whole world was about to witness one of the most selfish acts to ever be recorded, and little did Robert know, this would be the last holiday he was ever going to spend with his family. All because of one guy. Steve Steffens. To many that knew him, he was just your average guy. He worked as a vocational specialist for a behavioral health agency, and he spent most of his days helping people with developmental disabilities. He was also in a long-term, loving relationship with his girlfriend, Joy Lane. Marriage was a discussion that they had often, and they would even look at engagement rings on their free time. His friends and family described him as quiet, but often a friendly person. However, beneath the surface, he was struggling. Steve was suffering from a mountain of financial troubles in 2012. His housing complex would sue him for $1,800 in back rent, which would lead to his $28,000 salary being garnished to pay off the debt. But not only that, Steven also already had a lot of debt. He declared almost $35,000 of it, $21,000 of it alone being for a 2007 Dodge Charger, and $5,000 in student loans. At the time, he only had about $350 in his bank account. However, this prompted Steve to pick up a gambling addiction. One time, Steven gambled until his bank account literally hit zero, to which he would then go sleep in his car in the casino parking lot until more money became available in his bank account, to which he would go gamble that too. And this would become reoccurring, with Steve getting angrier and angrier every single time, where it eventually started to take a toll on him and Joy's relationship. In the series of videos posted by Steve on that Sunday, he says, "You know, being with Joy Lane drove me crazy, started making me gamble. I lost everything. I lost everything I have. However, he couldn't catch a break. His gambling addiction was worse than it's ever been before, and about a year later, he would get an eviction notice from an apartment complex he was staying at, and just 5 months after that, he would get served another eviction notice. However, the worst was yet to come. Him and Joy would eventually break up over his gambling addiction. She told him to go seek help for his problem, and then left. And this was the breaking point for Steven. Every single problem came crashing down at once, from the evictions to the debt to the gambling. Joy was the breaking point for Steve. And instead of April 16th being remembered as Easter Sunday, it'll forever be remembered as the Joy Lane Massacre. On April 16th, 2:09 p.m., Steven would upload his first video to Facebook. In the video, he claims to be at his girlfriend's work and then starts to talk about his relationship with Joy. He claims that she is the reason he's making this video, and she's the reason for what is about to happen today.
The love of my life works. Her name is Joy Lane. We've been together 3 years. We're supposed to get married, but it was just some bullshit that I just couldn't deal with her anymore. But anyway, she's the reason why I'm making this video. She's the reason why what's about to happen today, because she fucking drove me crazy. But anyway, I work at Beachbrook.
The video then took a dark turn, as he started talking about his plans to kill as many people as he can today.
Past year's been really fucked up for me. Being with Joy, she drove me crazy. Started making me gamble. I lost everything. I lost everything I had, man. I don't have shit. I'm out of options. And now I'm just on some murder type shit. So what I'm gonna do is, because she works here at Murder Taylor, this is over in 105, I'm gonna try to kill as many people as I can over here. So fuck Murders Taylor and fuck Joy Lane. And it's fucked up too, because I never really been on no sucker shit.
However, it's what he says next that is the most horrifying.
And this is fucked up, man, because innocent people about to die today. Hopefully I'm gonna try to kill as many people as I can, be on death row or whatever the case may be, but I just don't give a fuck no more. I'm just, I'm beat, I'm tired. I'm about to have me some fun, I guess. And this shit is weird, man, because, you know, I'm not gonna say I never been on no sucker shit like this, but fuck it, you know. Oh yeah, after I hit these people over here on St. Clair, I'm gonna start fucking with Greeks. I'm gonna just start randomly shooting Greeks in the head. Fuck it. I'm gonna target whoever. I don't even give a fuck until I get caught. So yeah, I'll make some more videos of later. But this is what it is. So yeah, Steve Stevens, 37. The event that's about to happen within the next few minutes, you can blame it on her name is Joy Lang. It's all her fault.
In the video, it's obvious that he's not in the right state of mind. However, Steve seems to be completely self-aware as for what he's about to do, and it's honestly heartbreaking. All you can do while you watch this video is hope that he has a change of heart, and hope that someone tries to help him in time. However, it's already too late. At 2:11 p.m., 2 minutes after he posted his first video, he would start recording again. However, this time, the video was much darker. The video starts off with him saying, "I'm gonna find someone I can kill. I'm about to kill this guy right here. The old dude." This old guy that Steve refers to is Robert Godwin, and moments after saying that, Steve then proceeds to get out of his car and asks Robert to say Joy Lane. Robert, being confused, says the name, to which Steve replies with, "Yeah, she's the reason why all this is about to happen to you." Steve then points the gun at Robert and kills him. It's honestly really sad to watch, as this old innocent man who just got done spending Easter with his family holds a bag of his aluminum cans that he collected in front of his face, in hopes of protection. Robert Godwin was a great person. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, killed without reason. Ten minutes later, Steve would go live on Facebook, confessing to his murders. He states in the live that he already killed 13 people, and 14 is currently in the works. However, a few hours later, Steve's Facebook account would be banned, and luckily, police never found any evidence of him killing 13 more people. Hours later, a manhunt would start, and Steve fled the scene shortly after his Facebook live ended. Police would issue a photo of him and his car in hopes that someone would recognize him and call it in. However, there's a big issue. The car that Steve was driving was a 2016 white Ford Fusion. There could have been hundreds, if not thousands, of those on the road, making the manhunt even more difficult. A day went by without any trace of Steve, so police issued a $50,000 reward for his capture. On April 18th, around 11 a.m., Steve would pull into a McDonald's drive-thru and order a meal. However, with Steve's face being all over the internet, it didn't take long for an employee to recognize him. She called the cops and tried stalling him by giving him his meal without fries, claiming that they were still cooking. With the minutes passing and Steve growing more and more anxious, he tried leaving. However, the cops were already there, so he fled, which would end up in a high-speed chase. Police would eventually catch up to Steve, and they would bring his car to a stop. However, as police were approaching the vehicle, Steve would end up shooting himself in the head, killing himself instantly. He took the coward's way out, says Robert's sister.
Because I am hurting. God knows, nobody knows what I feel. But like my heart is going to burst.
News today that Stevens had taken his own life for Ruby.
I think that was the coward's way. You know? If that's what he wanted to do, he should have did that before. If he's that miserable, he should have did that before he killed my brother. I was worried that he would do this to somebody else. You know, I wouldn't want nobody else to feel like our family feel bad. No, I don't hate him. I'm just angry.
To this day, we don't know if Steve killed more people on his 2-day hiatus. All we know is that one man's life, Robert Godwin, would be robbed from him on Easter Sunday, leaving those around him hurt and in pain. The day Robert died, he was cleaning up littered cans on the ground, a pure act of selflessness. That just goes to show the type of person Robert was. I pray for his family, and may Robert Godwin rest in peace.